All right, Raider Nation, let's get into this. We're talking about breakout candidates for the silver and black this upcoming season. And let me be real with you from the start. When I say breakout, I'm not talking about rookies. This isn't about hyping up the new guys before they've even taken a snap. This is about players who've already been in the league, who've seen some action, felt the speed, gone through the grind, and now are right on the edge of turning. That corner and becoming household names not just in Vegas, not just among Raider fans, but across the entire NFL. To be a true breakout player, you need to have some mileage. You need to have shown flashes, had moments, but not yet hit that full potential. It's not about just improving a little, it's about making that leap. And more often than not, those leaps come in a player's second or third season. That's when the experience meets opportunity. That's when the game slows down a bit and you finally see what a guy is fully capable of. And that's exactly what I'm expecting from the 5 names we're going to talk about today. Now, just a heads up. When I rank these guys, it's not just based on talent. I'm looking at the full picture, the system they're in, the coaching staff, the supporting cast, the scheme fit, and most importantly, their opportunity to shine. And yeah, some of these picks might feel bold, but hey, that's what makes it fun. I'm not here to play it safe. I'm here to spotlight guys who are ready to take over. So let's get started. And the first name I want to put on your radar is Trey Tucker. And look, I get it. Trey's been kind of flying under the radar. Not a lot of buzz, not a ton of numbers, but if you've been paying close attention to the Raiders' offense and where it's headed, you'll understand why Tucker is someone you can't ignore this year. He's heading into his 3rd season, and this will be his 3rd coaching staff. That kind of turnover can absolutely stunt a player's development. Different offensive coordinators, different quarterback situations. It's hard to get into. A rhythm. But despite all of that, Tucker has still managed to show flashes. He's already got over 60 catches, close to 900 yards, and 5 touchdowns to his name. And the truth is, those stats don't really tell the full story. See, Tucker is that kind of player who thrives in space. He's got the speed, the agility, and the route running to separate from defenders, but he hasn't really been used to his strengths consistently. And now, with a coaching staff that's expected to bring a more aggressive and creative offensive approach, Tucker might finally be unlocked. Think about how Tyler Lockett was used in Seattle with Geno Smith. That deep threat who could stretch the field, but also create separation underneath. That's the exact role I think Tucker is about to step into. Geno's now with the Raiders, and if they can recreate that same dynamic, Tucker could be lethal. And let's be honest, defenses are not going to be doubling Trey Tucker. With Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers drawing attention, and Ashton Jeanty demanding respect out of the backfield, Tucker is going to get one-on-one matchups all day. And that's where he can absolutely cook. The safety has to stay honest because of Jeanty. The corners are occupied with the top receivers. And boom, Tucker is racing past the nickel corner into open space. That's the formula right there. It's not just about the player, it's about the situation he's in. And right now, Trey Tucker's situation is set up perfectly for a breakout. Now, let's move to the trenches. And when you talk about trench warriors, you got to bring up Jackson Powers-Johnson. I'm telling you right now, JPJ is already on track to become one of the premier centers in the league. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Top 5 potential, easy. What this guy brings to the table fits exactly what it means to be a Raider. Tough, nasty, physical, intelligent. That classic Raider identity we all love. He's the kind of lineman who doesn't just block, he sets the tone. Last season, he had a bit of a rough start, and honestly, I chalk that up to being out of position. They had him playing guard, and that's not where he's at his best. Plus, he was dealing with some injuries early on that kept him from building chemistry with the rest of the line. But now he's healthy. Now he's locked in at center. And now he's got a full off season under his belt working with the starting unit. That changes everything. And look, I know Ashton Jeanty is getting a ton of hype, and rightfully so. But you can't talk about Jeanty without talking about the offensive line that's going to be creating those running lanes. And if Jeanty pops off and starts breaking records, you better believe the spotlight is going to shift to the guys up front, especially the center, especially Jackson Powers-Johnson. The leadership, the communication, the tenacity, it all starts with him. And if this offense takes off, JPJ is going to be right in the middle of it, literally and figuratively. Now, this next one might raise some eyebrows, but hear me out. Geno Smith. Yeah, I know. Geno's been around the league for a while now, and most people wouldn't think of him as a breakout candidate. But let me ask you something. Has Geno ever truly had a breakout season in terms of team success and league-wide respect? He had that big statistical year in 2022, 30 touchdowns, 11 picks, and people started to take notice. But even then, it felt like the praise was muted. Like, oh, he's doing well, but he's got DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Or, yeah, but it's Seattle. They're always kind of sneaky. You get the idea. This year, though? This is the year Geno finally gets the respect he deserves. Not because he's going to put up monster numbers again, but because he's going to win. That's right. I believe this Raiders team with Geno Smith on the center is going to be in the playoff hunt. And that's how you redefine your career. You win in the AFC West. You beat the Chiefs. You show the league that you can lead a team in one of the toughest divisions in football and come out on top. That's a breakout in every sense of the word. Plus, this coaching staff is tailor-made for Geno's skill set. Greg Olsen, Chip Kelly, and oh yeah, Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, is in the building and helping shape the offensive philosophy. Add that to what Pete Carroll and John Spytek built in Seattle with journeyman quarterbacks, and it's the perfect storm. Geno's not going to be asked to carry the team. He's going to be asked to execute, to lead, and to deliver, and he's shown he can do that. Now it's just a matter of putting it all together in Vegas. All right, let's keep it rolling, because we got more names to dive into, and this next one is all about a guy who's been flying under the radar, but is finally ready to take that leap. Michael Mayer. Look, I get that when people think of Raiders tight ends, all eyes are on Brock Bowers right now. The guy's a freak athlete, a matchup nightmare, and he's going to be a star. But you know what makes a star shine even brighter? Having a reliable number 2 right next to him. And that's where Mayer comes in. I don't expect Mayer to suddenly become the best tight end in the league. That's not what this is about. What I do expect is for him to become one of the most dependable second options at tight end across the NFL. That guy who maybe doesn't make the highlight reel every week, but quietly puts up 40 to 50 catches, 500 to 600 yards, and 6 or 7 touchdowns. That's a breakout for a tight end, especially in a system that's expected to utilize 2 tight end sets the way the Patriots used to. And yes, I'm talking about that Hernandez-Gronk type dynamic. Mayer has always reminded me a little bit of Mark Andrews or Dallas Goedert. Not the flashiest, but incredibly effective. He's entering his 3rd year, and the team has already said they want to get him more involved in the offense. He's not being shopped around. He's not being phased out. He's part of the plan. And that says a lot, especially in today's NFL, where tight ends can be undervalued if they don't explode early. Mayer's going to remind people why he was so highly regarded coming out of college. And this year, with a stronger quarterback and better offensive structure, he's going to thrive. And now for the number 1 breakout candidate on this list. A name you've heard before, someone who's been teetering on the edge of greatness, and now, finally, everything is lining up for him to take that leap. I'm talking about Tyrie Wilson. Yeah, that's right. I know some of you are thinking, didn't we already have this conversation last year? And the answer is yes. Tyrie was on the breakout radar before, and with good reason. But let's keep it real. Last season didn't go exactly as planned. There were injuries, there was inconsistency, and there were questions. But that's what makes this year even more important. This time around, the setup is different. The pressure is real, and the stakes are higher than ever. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning turn of events that has left the NFL world buzzing, former MVP quarterback and longtime analyst Rich Gannon made a cryptic and unexpected comment regarding the future of the Las Vegas Raiders. Speaking during a podcast appearance, earlier this week, Gannon hinted that things aren't good behind the scenes in Las Vegas, a statement that has sparked a storm of speculation among fans, insiders, and former players alike. While Gannon didn't elaborate further, the tone of his remarks suggested a deeper concern about the direction of the franchise. The Raiders, already coming off another turbulent season filled with front office shuffles, inconsistent play, and ongoing questions about leadership, now find themselves at the center of a growing NFL whisper campaign. Could there be another shakeup coming? Or is something even more drastic brewing beneath the surface? Some around the league have quietly suggested that Gannon, who remains close to several former Raiders personnel and still holds deep ties to the organization, might be referencing internal discord or a potential power struggle. Others believe it could hint at player dissatisfaction, ownership doubts, or even speculation around the team's long-term future in Las Vegas. While nothing has been confirmed, the weight of Gannon's words has not gone unnoticed. The former Raiders star has never been known for speaking lightly. His connection to the franchise, coupled with his media presence, makes this more than idle chatter. It's the kind of comment that, whether intentional or not, sets off alarm bells, especially for a team trying to find stability in a highly competitive AFC West. Though Raiders officials have not responded publicly, fans and analysts are already reading between the lines. Some wonder if Gannon's insight could be a precursor to changes in the front office or coaching staff, while others fear the problems might run even deeper. For now, all we know for sure is that something feels off, and Gannon's subtle warning has only fueled the fire. As with all NFL rumors, time will tell whether Gannon's statement was a passing observation or a canary in the coal mine. One thing is certain: the Raiders are back in the headlines, and not for the reasons they'd hoped. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.